Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome to Talking Shit with your boy, Sophisticated Jerkin. Today, I want to review this clip that I seen of two females who robbed and killed a man in Las Vegas. They was in a Caesar's Palace, I think. Just got sentenced to 10 years. So this clip was kind of sad, man, because the guy, you could tell he was a younger male, just trying to, probably enjoy some time off, vacation, go gamble a little bit. And, ran into a couple females, and the men's fantasy is like, oh man, there's two females, they interested in me. He thought a menage a trois was about to go down, but the females, kind of played into all that, tapped into his desire, but end up robbing him and killing him. So they were younger females, real ghetto looking, had the tattoos on their neck and shit. But kind of the reason why I show a lot of these things, and it's for, I try to mix it up, but it just shows, man, people, when you act off your desires, man, these things can end bad. And I shout out to the guys that's highlighting some of this stuff, trying to help guys like look, man, these are the situations you could end up in. If it might not go to this extreme where you might lose your life, but it could be where they make some allegations on you. I showed some other videos earlier in the year where females was drugging and robbing guys. I think that was down in Florida and shit. So it's just like, man, these broke chicks is ramping up. I always tell people broke chicks are dangerous, man. They ain't going down swinging. They trying to lace people up left and right. So, you got to just be careful, especially when you go into places like cities or places like Las Vegas, man. People on that grind and that hustle and bustle. And if they ain't doing too good, man, they going to look for any shortcut to try to get some money. So like a lot of times they know how to spot guys that, might appear to be a little desperate and stuff. And then, them females gonna put it on heavy, and, they like end up robbing a lot of these guys out there, are drugging their drinks and stuff like that. So yeah, man, we gotta stop being so undisciplined and desperate, because that's what's getting a lot of guys jammed up. So let me go ahead and pull up this video, man. Y'all see what I'm talking about?
It is haunting video.
See, there you go right there. He's cheesing. So, they putting on heavy, the charm and stuff. He a little too excited for some hood coochie, though.
8 News Now investigators showed you here first. Two women walking hand in hand through a strip casino with the man they would eventually kill.
And let me go back real quick, because they show some close-ups of them down the line, especially when they in the prison attire, but Just peep that out right there. It's like, come on, man. If they got red hair and she got on a short dress like that and some shoes, like, come on, man. You got to say no. I get the allure of a threesome, like a lot of guys playing to their head, but if it's too easy to be true and you ain't never been in no circumstance like that, you might not be the most charismatic person. It's just like, leave that shit alone, man. Like, I get the allure, but you got to move on sometimes, because, man, you don't, like, this gentleman lost his life, but you don't want to be in these situations.
Casino with the man they would eventually kill. This afternoon, those two women are beginning their sentences in prison. Thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Denise Valdez.
And I'm Brian Loftus. Our 8 News Now investigators were the only TV crew in the courtroom for this emotional sentencing. David Charnes here with how many years they could be serving behind bars.
Yeah, Brian, Denise, the pair took a plea deal, sending them to the Department of Corrections for at least 10 years. Today in court, the family of the man
That's the crazy part. I don't understand how this guy could lose his life and they only get 10 years because of a plea. Man, that's crazy to me. Yeah, there should be like higher sentences on that, especially when somebody lose their life and you kind of know who did it, because it's going to play out.
Killed repeatedly, asking why they did it.
I would like to send my condolences to Brian's family.
21-year-old Erica Covington apologizes for killing a man inside a Caesar's Palace hotel room before a judge sentences her to prison.
I genuinely apologize for the grief and the pain that has been brought.
See, so that's one of them. But you see, like on the neck, man, she got the cursive writing. When you see something like that, that's when you like, nah, I'm good. Like that's an indicator you done been through the streets. Like don't even do it.
Upon you guys' family.
She and 22-year-old Ariana Taylor.
See, there you go. Look at the neck. Got a hole. They come up to you and start, hey, you want to start talking to you, because they probably came to him when he was at some of the games and stuff. started buying drinks, I'm good. Nah, I'm straight.
Killed and robbed 25-year-old Brian Altamirano Solano in May 2023. This video the 8 News Now investigators obtained shortly afterward shows the trio walking hand in hand minutes before the murder.
No le bastó con robarle sus pertenencias.
Altamirano Solano's father speaking with the help of an interpreter. It wasn't enough just taking his belongings, he says. They had to kill him. Altamirano Solano and the girls were in.
But see, let me go back. And that's why I was saying like 10 years, because this is like they got him on camera going up, then they got him like running off like that. So I'm like, man, that's open and shut. 10 years, like, hell nah, 25 to life.
It wasn't enough just taking his belongings, he says. They had to kill him. Altamirano Solano and the girls were in his room for about 15 minutes before one of them pulled the trigger. Police finding a cartridge casing they say matched Taylor's gun.
See, and that's, 21 and 22, that's the age of the females. And my thing is just like, man, why don't y'all just go get a job? You know what I'm saying? So you guys are going to do all that in a casino that got like all these cameras. So this just shows like the stupidity of people nowadays, where it's just like, man, people got to grow up. Like, I get it. Everybody's looking for that like shortcut, that easy money. But it's just like, man, you going down for 10 years, that a whole decade. So now you're going to be in your 30s and shit just because you didn't want to like put some work in somewhere. So it's like, man, you threw it all away for nothing. Because, you was on camera the whole time. So it's like the fact that y'all ain't even understand, like a major casino in Vegas that got cameras everywhere. It just shows like, man, the mindset of just people, man, that are like on that lower frequency.
Altamirano Solano's mother joining the hearing remotely from out of the country. The pain that I felt was so deep, she says. I felt like I just lost my life. I had so many questions. Why? Why my son? Police work to find the women included comparing these Instagram videos to surveillance from several strip properties that night.
But see, look at them. They scouting the whole night. And that's why I always try to tell dudes, man, where I'm like, man, you got to be careful, man, because women that operate like this, that's for the streets. Like I said, they could spot that desperation. So a lot of times, like I be telling guys, they get that ego and they want to start, kind of get mad at me. But I'm like, man, when y'all lead with the money and, you guys just lack awareness and understanding about some of these females, man, they gonna come over there, put that charm on, and the guys just be like, oh, they at that moment, they're like, no, they just like me. They start kind of lying to themselves and shit. And that's how these females will line them up. But you see them, they just hanging around, like trying to look for somebody that's like an easy target. So when I was always telling guys, that's why I kind of started showing these clips, because I'm like, a lot of these females, man, they robbing dudes. Oh, no, y'all the dick policing and all that. I'm like, all right, y'all see, man, you put yourself in these situations, man, it ain't gonna come out all favorable a lot of the damn time. But you see them just right there, like they putting it on. Like they're like, hey, shit, we gonna get us one.
Officers arresting the duo 2 days later. Altamirano Solano's father again speaking through the interpreter.
Pido justicia por mi hijo.
I ask for justice for my son.
Police nor prosecutors have ever said which woman they actually believe pulled the trigger. Nevada law allows charges against all people involved in a murder, not just the person who did the actual slaying. I'm David Charnes, 8 News Now.
Yeah, so again, man, definitely a sad story, man. I hate when people lose their lives, but like I said, we need to take these stories and we could use it as an opportunity to prevent other people from going down those paths and stuff. So that's why, again, I try to review these and break it down a little bit. But yeah, like I said, just be careful, man, because like I said, a lot of these females, man, they go around targeting people and stuff like that. They low level thinkers. So they thinking about like the outcomes, the future stuff. Because even when one female was doing an apology in the court, it's like, man, ain't nobody really trying to hear no apology after somebody lose their life. Why don't you think about that stuff before you even get into it and stuff? Because you could tell by the look on her face, she's like starting to process what she got herself into. But it's like, hey, at that time, it's late. You just threw away pretty much your life and stuff. Just like I said, trying to be lazy and stuff. But one last thing, like I always tell guys to be careful. It's like a lot of these females be associated with gangs and stuff, and a lot of the guys will use these women to like lure guys in. That's some more stuff that they be doing. They will like send a pretty chick. They add them like whether on dating apps and stuff, luring people to places. So that's why I just try to tell men, man, like you got to make sure that it's organic. Don't meet in no crazy ass places and stuff like that where people could like lure you in and like rob you or, you know, kill you and stuff. Cause there's a lot of stories going out like this. So, you know, just digest the information and maneuver better. That's all we're trying to say, man. We're trying to help y'all stay alive out here. But all right, y'all, man, I've been ranting enough. Peace.